Hi, welcome to Open Door Yoga. My name is Michelle and thank you for joining me for this after work reset yoga practice. Now, while this practice was designed with those of you in mind who may have been sitting all day or experiencing a little bit of stress at the office, it really is a great practice for anyone who's looking for an energy boost or something to help reset the day. You shouldn't need any props for this practice. However, we will be spending a little bit of time on our hands and knees on the mat. And so if you're on a hard surface like me, or you know that it just doesn't feel good being down on your knees, you have the option to grab a comfort prop. You could grab a nice thick padded blanket or towel, or anything that's going to give your knees a little bit of support when we're down on the mat. So take a minute, get set up, then let's get started. We're going to start today's practice in standing. So if you have your comfort prop, I invite you to place it towards the front of your mat. That's going to be the most accessible spot for it. And then let's stand on up. As you rise, if you were seated with me, begin to turn and face the front short edge of the mat. You can bring your feet into any position that feels comfortable to get started. You could start in a traditional mountain pose with your toe mounds touching and your heels separated about an inch or two. Or you could bring your feet a little bit wider, maybe under your hip points, to help you feel a little bit more stable and grounded. Take a minute to feel present on the mat. Notice the texture of the mat under your feet and feel both of those feet grounded down evenly into the earth. Weights balanced between the big toe edge, pinky toe edge of your feet, center of your heels. Maybe do a quick body scan, and on your way up, notice that the fronts of your legs and your core are holding a little bit of integrity. There's a little bit of strength happening there. As you bring your awareness up to your chest, maybe notice the physical sensation of your inhales and your exhales. That gentle expansion and collapse. And then make your way up to your shoulders and feel the tops of your shoulders falling down away from your ears, and then your fingertips sinking down towards the earth as well. Inhale, ground down into your feet and begin to reach the top of your head, the crown, towards the sky. Allow your entire focus to be on your physical body. Allow your mind to become a little bit more quiet. Give yourself permission to separate from the to-do list, the busyness of the day. And take this time for you. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, fingertips reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, slide those shoulder blades down your back body. One more full breath in. Breathe all the way down into your low ribs. Exhale, soften your knees quite a bit and fold. Generous knee bend, release any tension in your neck. You could shake your head no from side to side. You could use your thighs to create a table for your chest. Inhale, rise to half lift. Press your thighs back. Reach the crown of your head forwards. Hands can slide up to shins or maybe even thighs if we're still waking up the backs of our legs. You could even bend into one knee and then the other if it feels nice. Find stillness with your weight balanced over your arches and begin to slide your shoulder blades down towards your hips. One more breath in. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, slight bend in your knees. Find engagement in your core. And inhale, press into your feet with a tall spine. Rise to extended mountain. Exhale, release, mountain pose. Bring your hands behind you, palms to touch. Interlock your fingers. And then begin to press those knuckles down and away from your body, rolling your shoulders back. You might find a slight lift in your heart space. We'll stay here for a couple breaths, and if it feels good, you could turn your head from side to side, moving at the pace of your breath, inviting a gentle stretch into your neck. The bottom of your next exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Inhale, return to extended mountain. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Exhale, soften and fold. From here, bend into your knees. Inhale with a tall spine. Begin to sweep your fingertips up, making your way to chair pose. Hug your thighs towards the center line. Feel your weight back in your heels. You could even peek down to see your big toes. Inhale, press into your feet. Rise up to extended mountain. Exhale, release, mountain pose. Inhale, back to extended mountain. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Weight still over those arches. Exhale, fold. Bend generously into those knees. Inhale with a tall spine. Sweep those fingertips on the floor and then reaching up towards the sky, chair pose. Keep that connection with your breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release, mountain pose. Let's take a few mindful breaths here in Tadasana, mountain. Maybe check back in with your upper back body. See that your shoulders are relaxed, that there's a little bit of space between your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Take a minute to reground. And then inhale, make your way back to extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back, and we're gonna make our way to this low lunge. If you have your comfort prop, feel free to bring it under your left knee. We'll be here for a moment. Send your hips forward and down, and then begin to open up through your chest. So pull those shoulders back. You may lift to fingertips. You may bring your hands to your thighs. You may sweep your arms up and overhead. One more full breath in. Exhale, release your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, begin to twist to the right. You can keep your right hand down on your thigh, or you can reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Imagine rolling your right rib cage up towards the ceiling and your left rib cage down. If you'd like, you could lift your back knee. One more full breath exchange in and out. Then inhale, unwind, lower your back knee if you haven't done so already. You can stay right here, or you can begin to bend into your left knee, reaching back with your right hand to grab anywhere on your foot that feels comfortable. You could grab the pinky edge of your foot, maybe up towards your toe mound. Keep sending those hips forward and down. One more full breath in here. Exhale, release that foot, unwind, and begin to send your hip, your sitting bones back and up, rocking on your right heel, coming into a nice single leg hamstring stretch or single leg splits. You can be down here with your fingertips on the mat, but if this isn't comfortable or you can't keep a nice tall spine, bring your hands up a little bit higher. You can rest them on a low support surface like yoga blocks or the seat of a kitchen chair, dining room chair. You can just rest them gently on your thigh. Notice the sensation in the belly, the muscle belly of the hamstring. If you're feeling it towards your knee or your hips, come out of it slightly. On your next exhale, begin to bend back into that front knee. Send those hips forward and down. Plant your hands, step your right foot back. Come to hands and knees for just a moment. You can move your comfort prop off to the side or bring it under both knees if it feels good. Then take any movement that feels good. If you want to take some cat-cows, you can. If you want to send your hip out to one side and gaze past the opposite shoulder, you're welcome to do that as well. Take this as an opportunity to listen to your body and what feels good in your body. As you're ready, bring your comfort prop, if you're using one, under your right knee. We're going to step our left foot forward and make our way to the low lunge. So send your hips forward and down. Find a bit of a lift through your heart space. And then either hands to thighs or send those fingertips up towards the sky. Allow yourself to find a lift in your heart space if it's available to you. For those of you who might be sitting a lot at the office, our hips are in flexion all day when we're sitting. So allow yourself to open up through your hips and open up through your chest. If you're a typer, we spend a lot of time kind of hunched over our computer, unfortunately. Exhale, release your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Inhale with a tall spine. Exhale, begin to twist to the left. Hand can stay on the thigh, or you could extend the left fingertips up towards the sky. Right knee can stay down, or you could lift it. Roll your left rib cage up. Reach it up towards the ceiling and roll your right rib cage under. Imagine shining your breastbone or your sternum towards the left side of the room. Unwind, plant your right knee, and you can stay right here, or you can begin to bend into that right knee, reach back and grab those toes. We'll stay here for a couple breath exchanges. If it's challenging in your body to reach those right toes, you could also grab a prop that gives your arm a little bit of extra length. Something like a yoga strap, a belt, a kitchen hand towel, or even a scarf. One more breath in. Exhale, release that leg down and begin to send your sitting bones up and back, straightening through that front leg, rocking onto your left heel. Take any adjustments that feel good. And then notice. Try to pull those shoulders back. And if it doesn't feel good to have this nice tall spine, find a variation that feels good. Maybe we're lifting all the way up to this almost tall spine. And that's okay. If you have a slight bend in your left knee, that's just fine too. Sometimes if our low back, our hamstrings are feeling really tight, we may need to protect them a little bit. In some of these more intense yoga stretch postures. One more full breath in. Exhale, find a more generous bend in that right knee. Send those hips forward and down. Plant your hands and then step your left knee back. We're going to make our way to seated. From seated, you can hold on to your comfort prop and bring it under your sitting bones to give yourself a little bit of a lift. Or you can set it off to the side if you'd rather not use a lift. From here, stack your shoulders over your hips, ears over your shoulders. Inhale, left fingertips reach up towards the sky. And exhale, fold to the right. Imagine this lifting up and over sensation in your waist. Left shoulder blades flat on your back body. Grounded down through both sitting bones evenly. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, release. Inhale, take it to the other side. Right fingertips pierce up towards the sky. Exhale, up and over. And breathe into your right rib cage. Feel that expansion through your entire right side body. Inhale, rise on up. And exhale, release. We're just going to take one more seated posture today. It's going to focus on our wrists. So you can make this your own. You can sit and just do some wrist circles if that feels nice for you. Or another option would be to extend your right arm in front of you, palm pointing down towards the ground. Bring your left hand so that your forefingers are on the back of your hand, thumb is on your palm, and then gently begin to help guide your fingertips, those right fingertips, down towards the earth. If you're taking this option, check in with that upper back body. If you're starting to round, pull those shoulders back in line over your hips, shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, switch. Begin to point those right fingertips up towards the sky. You can adjust your left hand, whatever way feels good for you. One more breath exchange. At the bottom of your exhale, release that hand down. Take it to the other side. As you're ready, reach those left fingertips forward, palm down. And then use your right hand to help guide those left fingertips down towards the ground. Taking some time to give a little bit of love, self-care to the wrists. Again, especially if you're somebody who types a lot during the day. You may be at a higher risk for carpal tunnel syndrome, so we want to take care of our wrists as we would the rest of our body. Release that stretch and take it to the other side. So begin to press into your palm to feel the stretch on the underside of your forearm, into that wrist space. That actual carpal tunnel space is right here. One more breath in. And exhale, release your hands down. I invite you to take any other postures that feel good in your body today. They're going to help you reset and recharge for the rest of your afternoon and evening. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste.